Alright, so hi you guys. I know you guys been waiting to get a video out from me. I'm busy. I've been doing a lot of running around for school. I know you guys know that school is coming up. So today I actually came to do a story time for you guys. So the story time that I will be doing today is a story time about the time when a real close friend that I had passed away. So I know many of you guys have had friends that passed away that was real close to you guys, and I'm one of those persons that went through that trial where I lost a real close friend. This situation actually happened when I was in 10th grade. So right now I'm actually a senior, but this happened in 10th grade where a real close friend that I had passed away. It really hurted me because that was somebody who I talked to daily. That was somebody who I talked to every day. I shared thoughts with, I had conversations with, and I just mentioned a lot of stuff to. So to go past that, the way that this happened was recently that day, me and her actually, background story, me and her actually had the same classes. So all day we was in class together. So recently that day, I was in class with her. She had on these headphones that was really loud. For them to be a headphone that only had one that actually worked, they were really loud. And I remember telling her, like, I don't want to say her name, so I'll just call her Jessica. And I remember saying, like, Jessica, turn your headphones down, like they too loud or whatever. I remember telling her that. So later on that day, she went home with her mom. I went home with my aunt because, like y'all, I mean, I don't know if many of y'all know, but I do hair. Like, I just did my braids this weekend, but I was helping my aunt do some braids in one of her clients' hair. And later that night, because I was over there probably from like 6 to 12, kind of. And later that night, my boyfriend, who is now my boyfriend now, he was my ex at that time, he texted me, or I forgot, or either he called me and was like, hey, I think such and such is something going on. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Because at that time I really didn't mess with him, and I'm just like, why are you texting me about something like that? What are you talking about? Like, stop playing with me, nigga. Like, I don't play. Like, when it comes to people saying like dying or something is wrong, like, I don't play. And I just threw away that thought. I was like, okay, maybe he don't know what he talk about. So like a couple hours later, another girl who went to school with me, she ended up texting me and was like, I think something happened to Jessica. She posting stuff on, saying like, she was posting stuff on social media like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself and all these little things she usually say. So I'm thinking like, okay, this it's not real, because usually with her, she would post stuff like, oh, I can't take this anymore, I guess to feel that attention of like people not paying attention to her. And I didn't know whether if it was from boys or if it was just from friends not paying much attention to her. So I didn't think nothing of it. But when I finally thought about it, I'm like, okay, something not right. I ended up what I ended up doing, I ended up going, once I got, because I was crying, like my auntie asked me what's wrong with me, because I ended up stopping doing hair with her, and I was like, something's going wrong or whatever. She like, okay, call the girl mom. So I called her mom didn't answer. So I'm like, okay, something going on, because usually when I call Jessica mom, she would answer and be like, okay, hi baby, how you doing or whatever. But that day she didn't call, she didn't answer. So I ended up going home, and people steady text me something is going on, whatever. I'm just like, I get home crying to my daddy. I'm like, daddy, I think something happened to Jessica. Can we look on, like, we looking on the news and everything, trying to see if something happened, but nothing came up. So we ended up looking all on the news, trying to figure out what was going on. We couldn't find anything, but I ended up finding some girl name that was really close to hers, and it wasn't her. So I was kind of with a relief, like, okay, it's not her, it's somebody else. And I was kind of like relieved. But we ended up like searching to find out what was going on or whatever. And I didn't find nothing until like later, like 2. No, I lied. Probably was like 1:30. I didn't find nothing. But then another girl who was texting me about what the situation had happened, she was like, here goes a video of what happened. And when I clicked the video, it was I seen it, but in the clip it didn't show her. but it showed everything that she wear. So I already knew then, like, okay, that was her. That was her. Like, everything that happened was her. So right then and there, like, everything shut down. I just cried the whole night. I called one of my other friends who used to be cool with us. I called her and we just talked about it or whatever. I ain't go to school the next day. I forgot. I don't remember if my other friend went to school, but I didn't, because I wasn't really having it. And I ain't go to school, but I ended up getting up the next day, and I went to, my mama took me to go get like a little stuff for the mom. I took like tissues and stuff for the mom and balloons and all type of crazy stuff. But people, like, that whole day, that whole night and the next day, people was texting me like, where am I? Because they know we usually come to school. I usually go to school with a girl, so they usually see us together. And I guess they probably suspected like I did something to myself because this happened. But no, I just like stayed home because I couldn't move. I was tired, whatever. And I ended up going to her mom's house after I got the stuff, and her mama was telling me about what had happened or whatever. So I guess what happened was she was walking from a store by her house, and somebody, I forgot what type of car it was, but they was going real fast and they ended up hitting her. And when they hit her, she had in those headphones that I spoke about earlier. She had in the headphones that was really loud. And I guess the man, he told the police that he told the police that he was beating the horn to like tell, like, to get her out of the way, but she couldn't hear. And there was another man who was at the scene who was actually like in his yard. He said he seen everything, and he was saying like he was yelling at her or whatever to like pay attention, but her, like I said, her headphones were so loud that you could barely hear she could barely hear any of her surroundings. So after that, it was just a whole bunch of trying to figure out who the person was, of who killed her. We was trying to figure out who did it, what happened. It was so much going on because everybody was saying it was this type of car, and then it was another type of car. They didn't really know what kind of car it was at that time. So we ended up having to go through a struggle for like a week trying to figure out who it was, but we finally found the person who did it, and whatever happened to him, that's what happened to him. But after that, it was just a whole bunch of how it happened. And after that, it was so many people who was around me actually passed away from a car like thing. And that's kind of crazy now. A lot of people are passing away from a car crash or being involved car or something that involved with cars. And that's why I always tell, like, I try not to drive fast because I'm not trying to lose my life in no car crash or nothing in that nature. So that was basically the story of how my friend got killed. And if you guys want to hear another story time, just let me know in the description bar below, and I'll probably come back and do another one. But right now I'm actually heading to work, and it's hot as hell, so that's probably why y'all see me with this red on. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and hope to see you guys later. Bye.